last one.
Briefly describe your current position and responsibilities.
Assistant manager at Sprint. Manage employees, manage sales, help improve sales, and all around performance. Mainly as the improving sales and helping the reps achieve their goals.
Briefly discuss your career path to your current position. Like how long did it take you to get there, or what were the things?
Not too long. As a rep, you tend to make a little bit more money commission wise. So getting into management wasn't my first priority. But since the last year or so, decided it was time to move up, and just started moving up.
What are the major challenges you face in your job, like day to day?
Well, aside from helping the reps with their sales, I also have to deal with a lot of escalations. That means disgruntled customers, I guess you could say. Coaching the representatives into being able to perform their job and not have so many escalations. So, I mean, the biggest thing is just dealing with the customers.
Being a manager, what type of planning do you do? Like, do you like try to see like, hey, I have this goal, this is what I want to do every week? What exactly do you do for planning?
Well, the goals are set out by the company, and what I do is I try to break it down into a daily number and make sure that as a store we hit. And again, I really worry about my reps making the most money they can make, so I like to break it down for them individually as well, and going over the amount of money that they can make by hitting all the goals that they need to hit.
How do you go about assigning people, assigning tasks? In other words, how do you decide who does what?
It honestly goes based on a few things. It goes based on performance and what I could see their strengths are. So, for example, we have some people that are really good at getting new lines, of activations, and some people that are really good at accessories. Obviously, I want a complete team, and I want everybody to be good at everything. But definitely, I play into their strengths and show them how they can make more money, improving the places where they have opportunities, but at the same time keeping their strengths going and making sure that they hit the most money they can make.
I'm gonna skip this one because you kind of answered it. So we're skipping number 6 because it was in number 5. How do you monitor the progress for them? Like, how do you make sure that your planned objectives are met? In other words, how do you bring in control?
And that part's kind of easy. Sprint as a company has a way to pretty much monitor all the sales, what they're selling in, what they're struggling in, and puts it into a percentage of what they've attained or achieved. Based on their goals. So that part, like I said, is pretty easy. It's kind of there. You just got to follow up with them and talk to them and have them commit to a certain number that they feel is reachable and helping them reach it.
What different managerial roles do you end up taking? Because they say that like managers, they do everything. What do you do? Like, do you plan, organize, lead, do you control? Give me a few examples.
I mean, I try not to micromanage, but aside from planning the whole month, like I said, breaking down the numbers, telling them what they have to hit, scheduling the right people at the right time. Aside from all that, I like to also be there. Again, not micromanaging them, but listening in to see what opportunities they left on the table and what I could coach them on so that they can improve their sales and in turn improve my sales as well, because what they're selling goes towards my my store quota.
What skills, as for like being a manager, do you think are crucial to succeed in that position? What kind of skills would I need if I was the one that wanted to become a manager?
Well, you definitely have to be organized. You have to be organized so that you can. Um, I mean, if you're not organized and you're not setting the pace. That's gonna be all, man. Thank you, man. Um, where was I?
What skills do you think? What
Crucial.
skills would I need to become a manager?
For that, and definitely want to have a good. What's the word? I mean, people skills. Aside from dealing with customers as well, you have to be able to deal with the employees, and every employee has their own personality. Certain ones respond to certain things that others don't. So you definitely have to be able to read a person and be able to see what they're all about, so that you could coach them. So you could coach to their strengths, pretty much.
And then, in terms of ethics, what are responsibilities of a manager? Have you ever faced any ethical challenges? How did you deal with those?
Where are we at? Ethical. I mean, you always have some reps or salespeople that try to cut corners. I try to teach them the way to do it to where they don't have to cut corners and still make money. So ethics is a big thing in sales. You want to make sure you're selling appropriately to the customers and not misleading in any way, just to hit your goals. And I myself have been able to do that for a long time, meeting goals without having to mislead a customer. So I teach that to all my reps now. I've only been a manager for about 3 months or so, but I think I've had great success in that. All my reps are all very ethical, and they all know how to get the job done without having to mislead anybody.
We're gonna skip this one. How was your perception about what does it mean to be a manager change from when you were a rep to now you being a manager? Like,
the only difference is that now I have to look out, I guess, for other people and make sure that they're doing things right. I mean, as when you're just a representative, you're just worried about yourself, hitting your numbers, making sure that you make your money. Now I'm focused on helping everybody make their money, which in turn helps me make my money. But I have to be able to create, I guess you could say, 5 or 6 or 7 other me's, as opposed to just me myself hitting what I gotta hit. Having them help me achieve my goals.
what advice do you have for a college student considering a career in management?
You just gotta prepare for pretty much for everything. Like I said, you're gonna have employees that are disgruntled. You're gonna be dealing, if you're in the retail business, you're gonna be dealing with disgruntled clients. You have to be mentally strong and be able to pretty much deal with objection from both parts, again, from the client and your subordinates, and be able to overcome that.